Your hamster probably needs far more than what you are providing them. And this is no hate to anyone, seriously, because I have had hamsters throughout my life. My kids have had hamsters. Oh my god, my hamster is awake behind. I'm using her enclosure, but she's like walking through. And so we all go in to the pet store and we are told that a hamster is a beginner pet, or they are an easy pet, or just to get them this little tiny cute cage, or whatever. That is not true. Now there are tons of things that you can buy online that are already done for you, okay? Like different contraptions. I was gonna pull some out. I'll try to put some pictures of different things that I have in her enclosure, but I don't want to disturb her. So there's tons of different things that you can give them for enrichment to add to their home, both like in tunnels and hides underneath, as well as stuff on top. But I figured, because a lot of people might be realizing and recognizing like, hey, this isn't like the best place for my hamster, and so you're trying to make adjustments, but maybe you don't have like a massive budget, maybe you are just trying to make small changes, which props to you. So these are some of the things that I have acquired or collect or have that you can use. I use them for my hamster, my daughter uses them for her hamster. So there's all kinds of things that you can do to help add enrichment to your hamster enclosure. This is actually a reptile dish that I had that I didn't use for my tortoise, but my hamster is small enough that I could just fill it with something for her to dig in, just like a different thing to dig through. They are diggers. So one of the things that I would suggest is just cut up cardboard. Like that's all I've done, is cut up little pieces of cardboard. I sprinkle some of her like seed mix in here and she digs through it. This I got at the dollar store. She has several other dig boxes, but I grabbed this. I think it's like in the like office supply section. I have no idea, and it just has her sand in it. This is where she can have a sand bath. She digs, she goes to the bathroom, she does her thing. So super cheap, and you just can get like play sand. You don't need to get something super expensive, just play sand. I have a whole box of Amazon boxes, toilet paper rolls, paper towel rolls, all the things. If you have a dwarf hamster, these are great because they can fit inside them. A Syrian is not going to fit inside this, but you can put it in there. They will rip it apart and chew it and use it for bedding. They will also, if you put stuff in it and kind of like close it up, they will dig to get the stuff out of it. So again, enrichment. If you don't have a huge budget for things like hides and stuff, make them. Like you can just make them. Grab a box, grab a cereal box, grab a cracker box, grab an Amazon box, like whatever you have, and just cut little holes in it, and you can put them into your enclosure, and that can be part of the enrichment or pieces that you're adding in. You don't have to spend a ton of money. These I have left over. I haven't even used these yet, but I have these left over, and they came from the rocks, I think, that were in here for my dog wants in, for my tortoise. So I just kept them because I can fill this with substrate of some kind. I can put something in here and either use it as a hide, or I can use this for some kind of dig situation. So I have, and then I can also like switch them up, you know what I mean? This obviously is a purchased product, but moss a little goes a long way. So you don't have to like bombard your enclosure with it, but it adds a little something to the whole situation. My daughter found this in her room actually. You can just add little sprays to it. This is just a bag that I have on hand, so like little Timothy sprays, add them in to hold them, and then they can chew and eat off of them. Again, sprays, great idea for things that you can use for enrichment. I got this at the dollar store. I got some like themed Halloween things. So I got like little beakers, little Halloween jack-o'-lantern things. And then I got this little magic potion thing that I'll put in near Halloween, but as a dig box. But again, you don't have to use this for Halloween. You could use this all year long, and I got it at the dollar store. Another cheap option. Packing paper is great for enrichment, for digging through, for bedding. If they want to use it as bedding, you could rip it up. You can add it in like in something like this. You could just put it in there and they'll use it. And this could be used for like all kinds of animals. I use it for my hedgehog too. You could use it for guinea pigs, rabbits, all the things. And they depending on your animal, they're going to use it in different ways. The last thing that was completely free. Now there is a process that you have to go through in order to be able to use it, but well worth it to save the money. So I went through my dad's wood pile for like our fire pit in his backyard and asked if I could take some pieces because it is ridiculously expensive to buy different like grapevine wood and different driftwood pieces and all the things for them to climb on or hide under or whatever. And so because I have my hamster enclosure and then my tortoise enclosure, they both need these like wood pieces and things to hide under. So it's gonna cost me a lot of money. So instead, I asked him for pieces of wood. And so I have varying sizes. I have 2 pieces in my tortoise enclosure right now, and then 2 pieces plus one that I purchased in the hamster enclosure. So I have like that one. There's like some big ones, but again, I have a whole bunch so that I can just like switch them out. I want to add this to my tortoise one. I think it's like a piece of bark because she really likes climbing on tree pieces. Another log. So all you have to do is, and you can pick these up as long as they're from somewhere that is pesticide free, and you know that like it's not like a sick tree. Like I wouldn't pick a sick looking area, you know, but I knew that these were fine because they were from my parents' house. And I've also gotten stuff from like, if you go into like a forest or that kind of thing, you can typically use those things as well. But you're going to want to freeze them for 24 to 48 hours. Don't quote me on that. I will write it here. But the other option is to put them in the oven at 250 for 2 hours. And that's what I did. That was the method I chose. You can also bleach them. You can put them in a water, like if you have a piece that's like way too big for an oven, you could put them in your bathtub with water and bleach. And then the only issue, or not issue, but like it is a longer process. So it's going to take a longer amount of time for you to get from like beginning of process to the end. This took 2 hours to make sure that there was like nothing alive or anything that was going to harm them so that I could put it in the enclosure. But freezing it, cooking it, or bleaching it. With the bleaching, you just have to make sure that you rinse it a lot, and then you have to dry it and make sure that it is free of bleach because you don't want to be adding bleach to your enclosures. But I figured I would just share because I know that in my time of learning about hamster keeping, 1, I find it fascinating, and 2, it is far more complicated than they sell it to you at the pet store. They just are like, here's a brochure, here's a bag of food, here's a plastic cage, have fun with it. And they need so much more than that. So if you have a hamster, I hope that this is helpful. If you're considering getting a hamster, I hope that this is helpful too, so that you can educate yourself and know what is the best option for you. So she wants to say hello, so we'll turn her around. There she is. She's so cute. All right.